Hey everybody, this is Parker Nierenstein from www.vehicleversions.com here, bringing you a very special review of this 2001 BMW M5. I'll make sure to be as biased and uninformative as possible, as this is my very own car. Without further ado, let's get rolling. So some specifications for you on this car. Don't want to get into an accident there. That'd be a crappy video, huh? This car was $92,000 in 2001, which is a shit ton of money. But now, in 2013, actually I bought this car in 2012, the car's $17,000, which is a bitchin' deal. 400 horsepower, 370 foot-pounds of torque, 5-liter naturally aspirated V8. This thing is a friggin' monster. I don't care what you've driven before, this car is at that level where the acceleration is fun no matter what, and you really don't get used to it. And you'd think, as a luxury sedan, why would it be fun around a racetrack or in the turns? But that's what makes this M5 the best M5 of all time, in my opinion, and in many other critics' opinions. The suspension's amazing, you feel really connected to the road, and there's not too many driver assistance aids that make the driving experience not fun. The suspension is pretty stiff, you really, like I said, feel connected to the road, and the traction control, while it's there and helps you get out of trouble, is not too intrusive, which is a problem that a lot of Mercedes have. This car is incredibly luxurious, the sound system's amazing. I don't care who you are, it'll impress your friends, it's an amazing ride, and it's been an absolute joy to drive. When it came out in 2001, it was the world's fastest production sedan, which is pretty incredible. It just barely outshined, well, maybe more than barely, the Mercedes E39 AMG. It actually destroyed it in a number of tests, so much so that Mercedes had to come out with their new W212 E39 AMG in 2004, which had an amazing 470 horsepower. And I think close to that, or maybe even in the 500s foot-pounds of torque, which is monstrous. But this car brings together an absolutely amazing blend of luxury, power, emotion, and just pure excitement. A lot of cars have the power, a lot of cars have the luxury, but not all cars, well actually very, very few, have this perfect blend of all three like this M5 does, which makes it the best M5 ever made, and quite frankly, gotta be in the top 5 best sedans ever made. And it's incredible to think that you could have this sedan for something around $17,000. One thing to note, with maintenance, yeah, it's a little expensive. It's not noticeably more expensive than my 2006 3 Series that I had a little while back, but it's going to be more than buying a 2013 Honda Civic with warranty. I didn't buy my car with warranty, so I'm going to pay for every single thing that happens to the car. Ballpark figures, maybe around $2,000 per year. So if you're thinking you're going to buy this car, spend 17 grand, nothing else, it's done, this is amazing, great car, you got to think again, because it is going to be expensive, just like buying any exotic car. And while it's not quite an exotic, it basically is. Alright, so let's, on this twisty road here, let's get in a second and let it rip for a little bit. The best part about this car, honestly, is the noise it makes. So let's see if we can get it straight away and open her up a little bit. Going through some tight turns here, and honestly, while an M3 might be a little better, this car is still a riot. That low-end torque is honestly amazing. You can cruise in twisty roads going, let's see, I'm going about 40 now, I'm not really going too fast, but you can cruise in third gear and still get some pretty good acceleration in the low end because it just has so much low end torque, which is awesome. One of the other best things about this car, which unfortunately has disappeared with the newer M cars, is that it's naturally aspirated. That means it has no turbos or no superchargers to help give it extra horsepower. Now, why is that good? It's good because the second you press on the gas pedal, you get all the power. It's incredibly reliable, and there's no what's called turbo lag or supercharger lag. When you have turbos or superchargers, you have to wind the engine up into its optimum RPM range until it activates the turbos and the superchargers. Which means, like in my dad's Porsche Turbo, it's really, really friggin' fast in the top RPM ranges, but it's actually really disappointing in the lower RPMs. So when you're cruising like I am now in, let's say, third gear, and you punch it in their car, you're like waiting for where the power comes in, versus in this car, it's instantaneous. The new M5, the 2013 F10 M5, unfortunately, is a twin turbocharged V8, which is great because it produces 560 horsepower, but it's not great because for all of M5s, they have always been naturally aspirated, which is something that I find to be awesome. So I honestly believe that this might be the best M5 ever built and might remain that way for the rest of BMW's history. Because unfortunately, with more stringent gas mileage policies, which is great for the environment, however, it is killing modern day supercars or super sedans. The twin turbo system does get better fuel economy, it does get more horsepower, it can be tuned to get even more horsepower, but it doesn't give you that same feel that a naturally aspirated big liter engine can. So, if you like this review, you want to see more reviews, feel free to browse our YouTube channel. Subscribe, please. If you want more information or you want help deciding what the perfect first car for you is, visit www.vehicle-virgins.com.